Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and I continue with Thief 2 Shadows of the Metal Age, Blind. Now, last time, in a show of stupidity, seldom rivaled on planet Earth, I actually quick-saved while dead. And therefore, I am forced to repeat this mission from the very beginning. So the way I think I'm going to do it is I am going to speed up most of it until I reach that place that I already was at, and unless I discover something that I didn't discover in the previous run, because, for example, I have never found the graveyard. And there's supposedly a crystal of fire in the graveyard, which, you know, if you ask me, it seems pretty important. So yeah, I'll just carry on using a similar route to what I used last time.
Ugh. Someone could use a bath.
Oh, damn it. It's the wrong time to save.
Huh? Huh?
Yeah, this is never going to work. But I feel like there must be a way to get up there, because there's fully modeled rooms up there. And especially this glowing light is pretty suspicious if you ask me. Is there anything that I could stack, maybe? Like boxes or whatever? So I don't think this is tiles, not, you know, roof tiles, not wood. So but I definitely feel like there must be a way to get up there. Yeah, this is metal or stone rather than wood again. Okay, I'll just carry on for now. Maybe I can just ignore them. That would be, to be honest, easier and a lot quicker. Like, especially in large areas such as these.
Please, I beg of you, think of my wife and child. I'm innocent. Please, no.
As decreed by Lord Masoleus. Off with his head.
It's more difficult to avoid them in cramped areas, but in here it's actually pretty manageable. But there's supposedly a passage from the church to here, which this is probably the cemetery, so I need to go back there and take a look at it. Why doesn't it work? A tree is by all accounts made of wood, right? I think I might be screwed. Oh, not quite. It's pretty easy to outmaneuver them. Like, supposedly somewhere in the west of the church. That's probably behind this pile of rubble. Which, again, most likely requires getting up there. Unless there's a wooden beam to which the bell is attached. So that would be sensible, right? So I guess it's metal after all. Unless I'm like specifically hitting the metal brace, because there's a darker element there on the left. Okay, it does work. So that's actually pretty great. Oh, but okay, can I retrieve it without falling? I can't, but at least not in the position that it was in. So to be honest, I'll just do this, and I'll retrieve it when I get back from here. Okay, I am very pleased with this development. Or am I? Like, I don't think I can get across to the other side from here, so that was essentially kind of pointless. But if anything, that proves that the beam that the bells are on is wooden and I can hit it, which is very important information. Mausoleum's left leg. Okay, to be honest, there was a puzzle in Thief 1 in the Bone Horde where you had to complete a skeleton and it gave you a reward afterwards by laying it to rest again. But I guess I lost it anyway. Yeah, this is the graveyard. Okay, this is pretty great. Orin, the husband, a long saddle family. Ben Johnson. What's up with all of the subtitles? Alin daughter, Vanna daughter, Sila wife, Kada family, Mavro husband. Helor Alath family, Tamril wife, Vakop squire, renowned alchemist, Silak Nightborn, white magi with immense wisdom, Mazi's son, Fenol, Ramil, Senna, Mara. I guess one of them must have hit me, because I'm wounded. But I'll have to bear with it, I guess. It's a fire arrow. Okay, so what does this do? Flare arrow. Oh, but how is it better than a normal fire arrow? Is my question. I think I'll save it for like the cramped insides. Not gonna lie, the subtitles are kind of annoying, especially because I because I really don't know where they where they are coming from. I've grabbed as much loot as I could carry, but there is still some left. I'm leaving this note for myself in case I dare to come back. I found a few of the laborers' tunnels to help ease my looting. Funny thing that the workers tended to be the biggest thieves. There's evidence that the Hammers were here recently, and I'm sure that they stashed something, but why here? Probably in the mausoleum itself, but I fear it's far too dangerous to negotiate alone. No loss, my next venture will be the Mystic Soul, and I hear that its worth is extraordinary. Okay, so this is a secret entrance to the deeper tunnels. Before I do that, I do want to run around the rest of the graveyard. Lyndon Tamlin, eccentric explorer, jeweler extraordinaire. Okay, I think I'm done. Okay, I think I might as well get in through here, and then just explore the rest sort of on my way back. Although I might even backtrack right now to those previous rooms. this is just a crematorium. I'm not quite sure what sort of benefit do I get from there. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Huh? I doubt they'll be needing this stuff anytime soon. I think I'll borrow a few pieces.
Okay, this is the elevator back to the church. So I'm more or less on track now to where I was when I died. Which, to be honest, is a good reminder to make a manual save. Now, this room is curious because it's a whole separate room that was locked, but I didn't find anything here last time, so I'm looking for like a hidden passage activated by a book. Indeed. No loot per se, but there is a journal of Merrick, priest of the Temple of Light. More murmurings from the direction of the tombs last night. The taint of the Masoleus is spreading. The wards I maintain serve to keep the dead resting, but for how long can they stem the tide? Even the forgotten king's heart seems to be losing some of its power. The Temple of Light is the last bastion of defense against this evil. If we fail, then eventually who knows what profane visions shall roam the night, haunting the sleep of the children of Sunnyport and the city beyond. Masoleus was a bad one from the start, the bastard offspring of a sick inbred family. It was almost inevitable that he took to necromancy and the dark arts. Upon his death, his followers laid him in a newly built wing of an old necropolis, an already dark place. Then they lay with him, guardians into the afterlife. But there was no afterlife, at least not a paradise, just undeath. I am old now, the last keeper of the Temple of Light. Built as a beacon in the dark, it now succumbs to the dark. There is but one hope. Masoleus must be destroyed, and his evil taint with him. His mortal remains must be cremated in a holy flame. Only when they are so much as dust and ash, his cursed presence will be vanquished. I tried that once, many years ago, but I am weak. I found but a single bone, but it could not retrieve it from the church rafters. May the Builder have mercy upon all of our souls. Okay, this is actually pretty interesting. Your conscience determines Masoleus' fate. Destroy his mortal remains to rid the world of his undead presence. Optional. I have one of his bones, which is I have like his arm, right? Masoleus' left leg. Okay, I'll burn it, and I'll be on the lookout for the rest. To be honest, that seems like a no-brainer to me. If I have a chance to stop the curse of the undead, then I should do that, right? Seems reasonable to me. So I will go back to the incinerator in the crematory and burn it. Now this is very cool. I really like it that it's an optional objective that's dependent not only on a secret, but on you finding like an obscure item in the world. It really feels great to be rewarded for, you know, for exploration and for curiosity. So I am pretty okay with all of that. I will just get up that because I don't remember if there's anything like any loot or whatever on the steps. No. Might be kind of difficult to find the rest of his skeleton, because I assume... Okay, I thought those were gemstones that I could steal. I assume they are probably scattered all over the place, which is a little problematic, but I'll try to look for them at the very least. Okay, let's continue. Okay, I have very little idea of what just happened. And is there... we are part of the rule of three. Many of us have our gaze upon you. Okay, I understand very little of that. Mausoleum key. Last will and testament of Brother Brayson. I write this letter in hope that the builder will send a living soul to reclaim it. I do not understand why and how our expedition came to be, but I do understand that there was no possibility of our success. Most of our number were only acolytes, and only 2 older brothers have been on the field of battle. We came unprepared, and now we have just learned, without proper equipment. Our hammers and arrows must lack the builder's blessing upon them, for the filthy undead kill us one by one. It is my will that my younger brother Seth inherit the hammer from my room in the seminary at Sunnyport. If by some chance someone of our fold retrieves this message and plans to pursue a like mission, understand that the key lies in wait here, in this very room. I am not sure how this ghastly puzzle is solved, but I now know that touching the wrong skull brings certain death. I stood too close as my arrow struck the blue one in the middle, and now I lay fatally wounded. It is doubtful that any of us will live beyond this day, though it is clear that Onum intends to use us to the last man to accomplish his goal. I fear it is the mercy of the builder that I might meet my fate here, rather than by the horrors of what must surely lie ahead. Okay, so you're telling me they are activated by being hit? And where's the third one? That's like an important question. Okay, literally nothing happened, so I don't quite understand what he was talking about. Okay, I'll leave it be for now. I've grabbed the mausoleum keys in here, which seems pretty important in its own right. Masoleus' right arm. What? Okay, I guess I must have missed one of the zombies behind me or something. Oh no! The walls are crushing me. Okay. I totally didn't get that at first, so maybe if I'm just quick enough, maybe I need to run backwards actually. But it seems to only activate once I step past a certain threshold. Okay, I don't really understand. But I am alive, so I'll take it. Okay, so it just goes back to the upper level. Well, let's test this. Okay, so I get it. I guess it's like a flare that continuously harms the undead. That didn't quite work though, because he stepped out of range. Crypt of the Forgotten King. May the Forgotten King's younger son find peace in the eternal lake of the afterlife. From the earth the statue is carved and dedicated to the Forgotten King's elder son. Okay, so I imagine this has to do with elemental arrows. This is the lake of the afterlife, so my understanding is that I need to shoot it with a water arrow. I am the son of the Forgotten King. My life was shortened because of a drowning. Okay, that's a very clumsy way of writing an epitaph. What? Like, you know, it's understandable, but it's such a crude way of writing it that it almost sounds as if whoever wrote it didn't have English as their first language. It's a little weird, but, you know. An avalanche engulfed me in the earth, and now my eternal sleep is down here near the turf. A King's Crystal Scepter. Okay, do I use it to open this? Indeed. King's Heart Ward. Okay, so I guess this would grant me passage somewhere. There's the other side of the lava bridge that I still haven't explored. Okay, to be honest, let's make a manual save, because I very clearly, I very nearly, almost quick saved again after I died. So, you know, that would have been an absolute travesty if that happened. I'll leave that be for now, although this seems to be my objective. To be honest, it doesn't seem to be super effective. You know, it doesn't deal that much damage to them. He was standing near it for a while, and you know, he still survived. Yeah, there's very clearly passage behind this, so there must be a switch or something. This seems kind of crap. Like, even when he stands near it for almost the entire duration, it's still not enough. At least it seems to be decent. In destroying the ones that are already on the ground. Which maybe that's the intended use of it. Yeah, it does seem so, that I'm supposed to knock them out myself first. And then I'm supposed to incinerate them. Oh well. I learned that lesson a little late. Seemingly there was nothing here. I am worried that I'm missing one of Masoleus's body parts in here. It's pretty dark and difficult to orientate myself, because I'm still missing his head, his torso, and 2 of his limbs. I only have 1 arm and 1 leg. And the map kind of seems to be ending, you know. There's only this. Unless there are spaces that are not mapped, which, to be honest, would be entirely reasonable, right? Because this is some ancient crypt. It may not be entirely mapped. Okay, so it's clear the passage goes through here somehow. Those are fire elementals, if I remember correctly. So I'm pretty sure I can destroy them by shooting a water arrow at them. Oh, if I only manage to hit. Come on. That's a little embarrassing. It didn't click for me at first, but this is actually a type of enemy that existed in Thief 1. Now, can I... that would be a physical travesty, but can I create an ice bridge over lava? No, I can't. And it's actually pretty cool that they thought about it not working. Because I do want those flame arrows for sure. But I don't have that clear of an idea of how to reach them. So I don't think there's enough space for me to just simply jump across. Or there is. So that's definitely going to be useful. Okay, to be honest, let's save manually again, because muscle memory is a problem sometimes. You know, I'm quick saving much more often than I am quick loading. So, you know, a couple of times now, I have only barely stopped myself from quick saving after dying. Brother Onam's wisdom shall be our saving grace, for he setteth a plan to scout out the catacombs with acolytes. By chance there is a way to secure our cache of holy relics in the mausoleum. Our numbers are smaller now than at the beginning of the journey. However, we managed to locate the entrance to the mausoleum. The doors are locked, but the builder willing. The key lays somewhere within the crypts. Mayhaps it sits in the unholy skull crypt, where dear brother Brayson was slain by a trap. It feels as even now some unseen spectre doth visit our quest, looking upon us from the shadows of this evil place. Now we sit and prepare for what is to come. Brother Stalworth. Okay, so this is not exactly useful to me. What? Wait. So, if there was just a lever here the entire time, why didn't they try it? I am rather confused. I am rather confused by this turn of events.
Nice to finally meet you, Brother Onam.
Why did Cavador send me? Is the orb worth my life? His hatred of me propels this accursed task to which I have been assigned. He wants me to deliver the orb via a little-known entrance to the cathedral, found in the northern end of the sewers. The sewers. Why always sewers? He must want to keep the secret from the rank-and-file brothers. Why? More of his deceit and lies, for which I must suffer. He said to look out for our beloved symbol upon the wall, which will mark the door. The orb. I am so close to the goal that I seeketh, that I can hear my heart beat louder with every step. I lost more of the acolytes in the bloody battle with one of the undead abominations. No matter, they serve me down here well enough, and the builder shall reward them all in the afterlife. We would not be lost here if we had the map I was promised by Cavador. When I went to get it from Arafax, the idiot insisted that it would take several weeks to find. No doubt another tactic set in motion by Cavador to destroy my ambitions. Great horror hath visited us in this place. The crypt of the heretic Basmut proved the most difficult to breach. Meaning to exhume the orb from the sarcophagus, several of the stronger acolytes did hammer away at the lid for some time, making a ghastly amount of noise and discord. No sooner had the acolytes recovered the orb itself, when we felt about us an evil wind, and foul voices surrounded throughout the chamber. A hellish apparition appeared before us, and snatched the orb straight away from mine own hands, escaping the valiant efforts of the acolytes to stop it, and ran forthwith into the height of the tower, hurling fiery magic as he retreated. We now rally our thoughts and remaining numbers in hope to muster our waning courage forward into the tower. The builder be with us. Ahead lies a conundrum. No sooner had I sent a scout into the tower than did the great iron door slam shut behind us. The brave acolyte ventured a bit further, but returned quickly, pounding on the doors and screaming of cursed statues bearing an evil welcome, an unholy flame which leaps out to consume the living. His words were strangled out by a malevolent cackling before I could discern the rest. I suspect the old priest Ketamine was right, and there must exist a ward object to ensure us safe passage. How else could Masoleus' followers have laid him to rest? Clearly we were ill-informed of this challenge, and we are suffering our grave oversight. I am alone now and growing weak. We have awakened a corrupt spirit by both our racket and our encroachment into this place of damnation. I can still feel the taint of the spectre's vaporous fingers upon my forearm as he descended with the orb. The flesh around the spot has grown mottled and cold, as if my very soul is leaking out through the wound. I am subjected without relief to a cacophony of demonic voices from the tower, broken only by tormented laughter. I have but to steel my nerves and wait for the end. The noise of footsteps and rattling of chains is maddening. May the builder curse Cavador for this debacle, and see my courage to reward me accordingly.
A secret entrance. That'll come in handy later.
Okay, so I have the ward, which is the Forgotten King's Heart. Masoleus. Okay, give me a second before I get there. In life, as in undeath, we give thee our obedience, Lord Masoleus. Adept Xantrok, Adept Flebius, Adept Montrox, and Adept Seleus. Okay, but is there anything worth robbing? Okay, they are pretty quick. Pretty quick indeed. I wonder if I can even escape them. Seems unlikely. So not sure whether I should be using regular fire arrows or those flare arrows. Like the flare arrows do not seem to be really all that powerful. Sectina Rageth Moro El Nukra Keth Dog Sagdath. Okay, I have no idea how that helps me. I assume it's some kind of a magical... Okay, this is the exit. This is Masoleus' skull. Which I do need, actually. But I'm still missing the torso and 2 limbs, which I don't really have that great of an idea where to look for. Maybe I can just shoot a rope arrow. This seems to be wood, right? Orb of St. Basmus. Escape the mausoleum. Back to where you started. Okay, but I am pretty interested in trying to find the rest of Masoleus' remains and burning them. So I will look for them a little bit longer. No. Okay, I might have saved while dead again. No, not quite. Although close. So is there a way of getting out? Through here? Like I no longer have the key. And this simply doesn't work, so maybe there isn't, and I have to go all the way around. Which is a bit annoying, to be honest, but I'll take it. Like, I don't have a choice, so, you know. But I will look for the rest of Masoleus's body parts next time, because this episode has been long enough. So that's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.